Hello, I'm George, and welcome to IELTS 100. In this lesson on the writing of IELTS, I'm going to teach you how to achieve coherence and cohesion in your writing by helping you improve the clarity of your writing. This lesson is the building block of writing and will help you achieve and exceed the descriptors under coherence and cohesion for the band score of 7 and 8 for both tasks 1 and 2. In the area of coherence and cohesion, to achieve the band score of 7, candidates need to logically organize information and ideas so that there is a clear progression throughout. Use a range of cohesive devices appropriately, although there may be some underuse or overuse. And present a clear central topic within each paragraph. So, without further ado, let's get started. In this lesson, I'm going to introduce the two fundamental rules of clarity, which are essential in achieving coherence and cohesion in your writing. Before I can teach you the two rules of clarity, I need to make sure you understand a few simple concepts. What are subjects and verbs? Please consider the following sentence. The Canadian government's handling of the pandemic has been very effective. What is the subject in the sentence? The subject is handling. In fact, it is the handling that has been effective and not the Canadian government. Now, what is the verb in the sentence? The verb is has been. Okay, now I have two questions for you. First, is the word handling really the agent or the character of the sentence? I mean, can handling actually be the one that performs the action? Well, the answer is no. In fact, handling sounds like the action of the sentence. So then, what is the agent or the character of the sentence? It is the Canadian government. Second, is has been really the action that is being performed in the sentence? The answer is no. In fact, the action that is being performed is handling. As you can see in the sentence, the agent and the subject are not the same, and the action and the verb are not the same either. According to the two rules of clarity, in order to write more clearly, you need to make sure that the subject and the agent in your sentence are the same words, and that the verb and the action are the same words as well. Therefore, according to these rules, instead of writing, the Canadian government's handling of the pandemic has been very effective, you should write, the Canadian government has handled the pandemic very effectively. Now, in this new version, the subject is the Canadian government, which is also the agent of the sentence. Also, the verb of the sentence is has handled, which is the same as the action. Following these two rules will not only help you write your sentences more clearly, but also will help you avoid using numerous prepositions to string words together. If you take a look at the same sentences, you will notice that by following the tools of clarity, we have avoided the preposition of. Also, by following these tools, you will use more verbs than nouns in your sentences and fewer linking verbs, such as the to be forms. Please note that verbs are stronger than nouns in conveying an action. Please note that, unfortunately, some candidates wrongly believe that the first sentence sounds more sophisticated, while in fact, the first sentence indicates poor writing skills. Besides, candidates who are used to writing sentences like the first sentence are more likely to produce confusing sentences. Now, let's see another example. The oil industry's failure to comply with the new legislation has been a major cause of disappointment for many climate change activists. In the sentence, the subject is the word failure and the verb is has been. But the agent, or the character that is really performing the action, is the oil industry, and actions that are being performed are fail and disappoint. Here is the clear version of the same sentence. Because the oil industry has failed to comply with the new legislation, it has hugely disappointed many climate change activists. Now, the final benefit of following the tools of clarity is that when a sentence follows these two rules, you can more easily change the sentence depending on your purpose and meaning. For example, I can turn the previous sentence into a complex sentence with an adjective clause. The oil industry, which has failed to comply with the new legislation, has hugely disappointed many climate change activists. Or I can turn it into a compound sentence. The oil industry has hugely disappointed many climate change activists, for it has failed to comply with the new legislation. Or I can turn it into a simple sentence with an adverb phrase. The oil industry has failed to comply with the new legislation, disappointing many climate change activists. In fact, a sentence that follows the tools of clarity is like Play-Doh and can be shaped in many different forms. But if you are used to writing turgid and unclear sentences like this one, you're stuck with a sentence that cannot be easily reshaped. The final point about the rules of clarity. What if you do not have a subject, like a person or organization or a country, that can act as the agent? In such cases, of course, it is okay to use an abstract noun as your agent. See the following example. The ban on abortion has led to an increase in the maternal mortality rate. Now, compare it with this sentence. Banning abortion has increased the maternal mortality rate. In the second version, banning abortion acts as the subject as well as the agent, and the verb and the action is increase. Please note that you are less likely to make mistakes and cause confusion when you write sentences like the second version. Also, as I said earlier, you can easily add more details to the second version. For instance, banning abortion has increased the maternal mortality rate in the US. Now, Adding the US to the first version will make the sentence more awkward than it already is. The ban on abortion has led to an increase in the maternal mortality rate in the US. Simply count the number of prepositions or particles that have been used in each sentence. The ban on abortion has led to an increase in the maternal mortality rate in the US. Banning abortion has increased the maternal mortality rate in the US. There are 4 particles or prepositions in the first sentence, while in the second version, there is only 1. This is the end of Lesson 1 on coherence and cohesion. In my next lesson, I will teach you how to phrase and sequence ideas in a paragraph in order to increase your coherence and cohesion. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to my channel for the most recent video lessons.